Krystle, and I live with my husband Alex and our cat Riley. Despite living with lupus, I try to enjoy life to its fullest. So come share in life's big and little moments with me. In my shoes. Okay guys, let me show you what is in my Operation Christmas Child box. And I have it packed so well, so I hope I can remember how to get it back like this. So I have a roll of Finding Nemo stickers, glittery ones. Some Kleenex. They say to put like some hygienic things in there as well as toys. But this year I went more toys than anything else. I have this adorable little brown hair doll. Very cute. A cup. A puppy in a purse. So cute. This was only $3. This is amazing. Same as the doll. Can't believe it. And then I've got a little cookware set, a little tea set, a doctor kit type thing, Play-Doh, markers, there is a little notebook, pencils, and it's the kind where you don't need to like have a pencil sharpener. An eraser, even though these come with like a little erasers on them. A kitty toothbrush. I had like a pack of them that I had bought last year, and so I just took out one because I like to save them for like the next year's. A little bouncy ball. Some glitter putty. A pair of Hello Kitty socks, a sticker album, and then a bunch of stickers. There's like zoo animals, Eeyore fuzzy stickers, jungle animals, fish, little sparkly bugs, and then there's this like sticker scene. So like you can do like an ocean scene with the ocean stickers. I just want to make sure that I have this, I can put this back the way that it was. And then at the very bottom is this Christmas activity pack. And so it has like, stickers, write and draw your own storybook, a coloring book, activity book, and 8 pencil crayons. So I thought that was pretty cool. That was from the dollar store as well. It was only, what was it, like $2 or $1 or something. Just amazing stuff there. And yeah, so it's pretty good. So that is what is in my Operation Christmas Child box. And collection week is not next week, but the week after. So basically, what you have to do is box up, like, you know, put everything in the shoe box. I also need to put a Christmas card so I can write like a little message. And then you also have to donate, you put a donation of $7 inside the box, just inside the lid. And that is to help with the cost of shipping the boxes to the countries. And you also have to like secure the lid closed with an elastic band just to make sure that nothing falls out. And then if you want, you can wrap the box, but you have to wrap the box and the lid separately. And with this one, that's going to be really hard to do. So I think I'm just going to like cover up some of it with some paper, just like tape on some paper, and then maybe do like some Christmassy stickers on it or something. So yeah, and then you just go and if you look on the website, Operation Christmas Child, there's one for the US, one for Canada, stuff like that. You just look on there and you can go and find a collection center that's close to you. And then you just drop it off there and they ship them off to countries where there's a lot of poverty, and they give them to children so that the children will have a present for Christmas. And I think it is a fantastic program. I've done it for quite a few years now. Usually I do more than one box, but I didn't have any shoe boxes. I only had like one shoe box, and it's like this huge one, which is great because usually I have like the shoe boxes that are like half this size. So I was able to put a lot more than usual, which is good. So it kind of makes up for the fact that I'm only doing one box. And then I decided to just do Toy Mountain for the rest of the stuff, which is just one of those bins in the malls. And, you know, you just go and you put... Oh, I forgot, there's also a comb in here. Sorry. And you just put toys in the bin, and then they give them to children for Christmas. Usually for those, I believe it is like within your area. So it would be like the poor families that are here, like in Toronto or Ontario or whatever. So that's really awesome. And yeah, I just have always loved doing this stuff. I was brought up doing this kind of stuff. Every Christmas, my mother and my grandmother would take me shopping, and we would buy a whole bunch of toys and clothes and all kinds of stuff for the poor kids at Christmas. And back then, we didn't have Toy Mountain. We just had, it was like a toy collection bin, and they were only at McDonald's instead of malls, and the bins were a lot smaller than what they are nowadays. And we would literally go in, and the bin would be almost empty when we went in, and it would be almost completely full when we left. We would just fill it up with everything, and I used to love doing it with them, and it was something that I was brought up with, and I've always continued to try to do that every year. But when I started to like get into Operation Christmas Child, I had fun filling the shoe boxes. So it'll be kind of fun to go back to doing the bin, like just putting the toys in the bin will be lots of fun. Now I have to try to remember how I had this in here. You know what? It's a good thing I filmed it, because then I can watch the video and figure out how I packed this. Because it was all in there like so good. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will check out Operation Christmas Child or your nearest Toy Mountain and make a child happy this Christmas. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. I also forgot to show you guys that I got some fun mail. So I ordered something from the Steals Network, and it is some scrapbooking stuff. I got this. I've been wanting this for a while. I saw it a while ago, and when I saw it so cheap, I just had to grab it. It is a ribbon cutter, and what it does is it cuts the ribbon, and it seals the end of the ribbon so it doesn't fray. And I think that is pretty friggin' awesome. And I don't think you have to plug it in. I think it takes batteries probably, or something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, it just basically creates heat, and you just put your ribbon in and you close it, and it cuts it. And it looks like there's different ways that it can cut it too, like to make different ends and things like that. Like there's different patterns depending on where you put it in the machine. And yeah, so like I said, it seals the end of the ribbon so it doesn't fray. And then I got this. Wow, it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. This is a new glue gun. It is a cordless glue gun, and I thought that was awesome because I can't stand having the cord on my glue gun. It just makes it tip over and stuff. So yeah, So this looks pretty good. It takes your standard glue sticks and it is cordless. Alex is also very excited because he got his birthday gift from me. It came a heck of a lot faster than I thought. I ordered it just a few days before his birthday, and it was coming all the way from Hong Kong with free shipping. So I thought it would take at least a month, but it got here this week. So that's pretty awesome. And it is a dash cam for his car. So he just went outside to set it all up in his car. He's so excited about it. And the last fun mail that I got is this really cool sweatshirt that I saw on Facebook. It is from Teespring, which I've ordered 2 shirts from already. One says, "This chick still loves BSB" or something like that. And then one is a Lupus shirt. But when I saw this, because it is so hard for me to find my name on things. This is a hoodie sweatshirt that says, "It's a Krystle thing you wouldn't understand." And it's my spelling. I'm so excited. I just hope it's not too big. I ordered a large. And it's always so hard for me to order shirts online. I just never really know what size to get. Because sometimes, depending on the make, I'm a medium, sometimes I'm a large, or sometimes if it's a really small make, I'm an extra large. So, oh, this looks actually really big. Even the arms look really big. So, I don't know. It might be too big. I'm not really sure how Teespring works. I don't know if I can exchange it, but I love it. It's pink and it says it's a Krystle thing and it's spelled the right way. And for those who don't know where this spelling comes from, I was born in the 80s, and in 81 actually, and in the 80s there was a little show called Dynasty, and my mom was a huge fan, and a lot of women were really into the show at that time. And so apparently there was quite a few people named Krystle when this show was around. And it is a character on the show, Krystle Carrington. And she spelt her name this way on the show. And so this is where a lot of people got the spelling from. But it's something that I don't really see many people with the spelling. And there's never this spelling on anything. So when I saw this, I just had to get it. And it's really funny because I really didn't know much about Dynasty or the character that I was named after. But now that there's, the internet, I Googled it one day and I was watching videos, little video clips from Dynasty of Krystle Carrington. And wow, she was a witch, spelt with a B. And I just find that so hilarious. Like she was quite the character. She was, she was, she was a witch with a B. And that is so not me at all. So I don't really know why. I guess my mom just liked the spelling. But it's just so funny to see who I was named after. I was laughing so hard. She got into cat fights with other women. And she was also very... Sorry, guys. My battery died. And ooh, my hair looks really gross. I gotta have a shower. Krystle Carrington would get into cat fights. And she was rich. She was a rich woman, which I am not. So I wish I was, but can't see that happening anytime soon. It was just funny because she's like complete opposite to me, like complete opposite. Krystle Carrington. It's just so funny. But actually it was funny. I recently found out that at the time that it was all popular and everything, there was actually a perfume that came out named after Krystle Carrington, and it's called like Forever Krystle or something like that. and you can actually still get it on eBay, and I am so tempted to buy it just for the hell of it. I probably would never wear it. Yeah, I don't think I would ever wear it. Unless it smells really good. I don't know. But it would be old. Like, it would have to be really old. It's from like the 80s. I don't think they even make the stuff anymore. So, but I've found some that were like in the original packaging and everything. So I've been really, really tempted to get one of those on eBay just because it's like, it's who I was named after. It's just really funny. And it's actually funny because I grew up watching All My Children and Young and the Restless with my mother. So I was a soap opera girl too. I basically stopped watching All My Children when we moved in here because it was starting to kind of go downhill, and we didn't have anything to record it every day when I was at work, so I just stopped watching it. And then eventually they did have it available online to watch, but by then I was so behind on the stories I just gave up on it. But when Kelly Ripa first came on All My Children, she was a teenager, and her character's name was Haley. And I absolutely fell in love with that name. So it's kind of funny that my mom got a name from a soap opera. And as you know, I have a doll named Haley. She was the first doll in my collection, and it was the first name that came to mind because I absolutely love that name. And I have always sworn, like, and it hasn't changed. It has not faltered or changed since I was like, what was I, 10 or 11 when Haley was on All My Children. I have always said that if I have a daughter, her name will be Haley, and that has not changed. I absolutely love that name so much. And so if I ever have a real child, her name will be Haley. And so it's just so funny that I'm like basically naming my child after a soap opera character as well. But Haley was a lot nicer. Now, she was a drunk at the beginning. She was an alcoholic big time when she first came on the show, and she was a teenager, a troublemaker. She was all these things, but she really turned her character turned her life around big time. And I just always loved her. I thought she was like the sweetest character. And I actually got to meet her at like a soap opera convention this one time in Toronto. And she was super, super nice. She talked with my mom and I for so long. We got our picture taken with her. We got her autograph. Like, it was so cool. And she's just such a nice person. And anyways, I just think it's funny that I'm going to probably end up doing the same thing my mom did. Anyways, guys, that is it now, finally. I will see you in the next video. Be making a crock pot recipe, one of our favorites, and it's a really, really super easy recipe to throw together. So I will show you that in a minute. Alright, so I've got 3 pieces of chicken in there, skinless, boneless chicken breasts, and I've got my crock pot liner, which is like the best thing I ever discovered at